Welcome to episode of Potion Sword Run. In this episode, we're gonna geek out on the Atari GameStationGo. That is right, Atari isn't gonna be left behind. Sony busted out their PlayStation Portable, it mirrors the PlayStation. Xbox announced that they're gonna release a handheld next generation. Obviously, the Switch 2 is supposed to come out this year. Man, it's gonna be a great time for handhelds. And Atari's like, hey guys, remember me? Do you guys remember me? Cool guy in the block? Anyways, Atari is back, gonna release the Station Go, which was announced at CEO. What the f is it called? CES. Sorry, nerds. Lost my cred. Never had it. Anyways, the console looks freaking awesome. It looks like a retro go back, like that's gonna be your retro console on the go. Sure, you can play, retro games on your Steam Deck and on your modded Switch, or on your Switch, and I'm sure on your Xbox you're probably gonna have all these Atari games as well. But this one looks like it's dedicated for the retro gamer. As you can see by all the little knobs and stuff, it has a little wheel for obviously all the Atari games that uses the reel. Imagine playing Centipede like on a dedicated little retro console with a little ball. While you have that, you got balls on your Atari GameStationGo. But not only that, you look on the right side and you see all the little number pads. Now, I never had an Intellivision, but obviously Atari recently bought a slew of Atari, pretty much bought Atari, my Atari. They bought the slew of Intellivision games from the Amico, and this is what they're actually coming out with, unlike the Amico. You know what I mean? So sad, all that money, and they couldn't even come out with this handheld. Look at how sexy retro this thing is. Atari just, pow, elbowed. But anyways, that's what those keypads are for Jaguar games, Intellivision games, and they have like I said, the whole library now, and they're gonna need those little keypads if they want to keep it retro. They don't want to remake all those games because why waste all that money on remaking all those games, especially when you just own them, just emulate them or whatever, put them on your system the way you're gonna do it. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You just gotta deliver the best gaming handheld for the retro player, and it looks like Atari is actually trying to deliver in this. I'm not really into the retro handheld scene or even into the retro scene anymore. I like playing retro games, but usually I stop at Nintendo and 8-bit. I had the Atari, that's where my roots started. It was an old Atari, I was already older when I found it. But I don't really want to go back and play those games. However, especially with the reimagined games that Atari has been coming out with, I have a couple of those, but I wouldn't mind playing those type of games on the go, especially on an awesome console that I can play on the go. I don't know the price on it. It's just recently announced. I just want to let you guys know we can geek out on it and see how sexy it is. If it's within $100, I think it'll do well. Especially because that's kind of the sweet spot for a dedicated type of console. If it's anything less than that, obviously it'll be flying off the shelves more than it would if it costs more. Unlike the Apple goggles that came out for $3,500, and now they announced that they're not going to make them anymore. Atari can now, get ahead of itself and, start selling this for something more than that. Not $129, maybe $89.99. Just keep it retro under $100, and I think the system will do well. We still got to buy the games, and the games is where you're going to make most of your profit. Now, as long as they don't lose too much, on the system, and they're able to sell the game, but not just sell the games, but deliver the experience best on that console. That's the thing, because you can play most of these games everywhere if you have a modded console, or if you get a modern console that can play these type of retro games. But the thing is, this one has all the little buttons that it needs to actually be faithful to the originals. Now, if it can deliver a faithful replica of all the originals, who wouldn't want a retro console? And I know you can get all these ones from Timo and stuff, but look at this one. Unless it's 1-to-1, where it has a little ball, it has all the different little knobs and buttons and controllers that you might need. This is I don't know, Atari has been reborn. Obviously they've been doing, great moves, buying in television, buying their competition to reimagine games, actually doing buying stuff and like doing stuff that makes sense for the company. Like they're not doing hotels anymore. Like, come on, you're Atari. Yes, it'd be cool to say like in a video game themed hotel, but concentrate where your money's gonna be made. And it looks like they're actually doing that with this console. I mean, someone like me who's more into modern games is excited about a retro console from Atari. I mean, obviously they're doing something right. I can just imagine all their old school gamers out there, the real retro gamers out there who only concentrate on retro games, how happy they are. Because if this is interesting my peak, if it's piquing my interest, then I can only see what it's doing for everyone else. Hopefully you guys are celebrating this, because it looks like, they're actually, Atari, my Station Go, are putting their money where their mouth is and delivering to you. I'm gonna leave it right there. You guys let me know what you guys think about this console, if it's up your alley or not, or if it's just another thing you put on the shelf or not even, I think it looks cool, especially if you're into retro games, like really into retro games. I want to get like a cool on-the-go experience, probably the best experience by the buttons that I see. We'll see. Anyways, I'm gonna leave it right there. Remember to always be kind to yourself and enjoy your life, and I'll meet you right there. Peace.